Nice day out today. So figured today's a good day to finally get this guy done. I'm going to do my PPE Deep Pan. So let's get started. First things first, let's get the oil drained out of here. All right, got it all, the oil drained out as much as we could. I'll show you when we get it off. I don't know if you can see it right now. There's this dip, but we got to take this cross member out right here. There's, let's see, it looks like 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here for this cross member, and then that'll give us access to the pan, because of course the pan is right above that cross member. So anyway, let me jump in here. We'll take this sensor off. This is your low oil level sensor. We'll unplug that. That unplugs pretty easy. I'll need to get screwdriver pliers. I can't grab it with my fingers. But that's pretty much it. Trans lines here. We'll inspect trans lines. They seem to be rubbing, but or at least up against. Hopefully they're not rubbing. But we'll do something to help protect those too when we put the pan back in. New pan. So let me grab a couple the impact and some sockets for this guy, and we will get going. Let me just say, those bolts are a pain in the butt. I knew I should have got the mid or high torque impact. Well, that's okay. We're good. Good. So. Okay, I know this is going to be kind of close. We got bolts along here for the pan. One up behind this guy here. See if we can't bend that out of the way without losing too much oil and whatnot. If we disconnect the transcooler lines, maybe. But yeah. Let's go ahead and get these guys off and on to the next step. while we're at it, if you would, go down, subscribe, click the bell. That way you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video. Doing stuff like this to the truck, talking about AMSOIL and some other videos, but subscribe for me, please. We're doing more things, hopefully doing a few more things, but you get to see everything else I've done. Go check out my other videos and get notified when I do upload another video for y'all. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to use these guys to pry the pan off. It's stuck up there pretty good. They GM uses sealant to secure the pan. Pretty good stuff, but anyway, use these type. I don't know what the heck you call them. I've seen them before, but whatever you call them. So get up there underneath the corners. Got a hammer just in case, whatever, but and then work my way around. Let's hope we don't get oil everywhere. That wasn't so bad yet. I may have to disconnect these trans lines to get them moved out of the way. I was hoping not to. Yep, trans lines have to move. Anyway, it's almost down. I'm going to disconnect the trans lines just so they can move out of the way right here. And we'll get this guy down. Actually, I'm going to put one nut back on so that when I do move those trans lines, it doesn't fall completely. Alright. I'll just bring you back once we're done and got this guy out of here. Oh wait, let me tell you what. Anyway, here we go. Pan is out. You can see the a bit of oil in there. Let's see, I got a jar set up here, glass jar, old peanut butter jar actually, if you ever remember those back in the day. Been around a while. But anyway, that's all I could find. I tried to find a clear, like a milk jug or something, but I couldn't find it here. But here's a peanut butter jar. We'll see, I'll set you up here and we'll see just how much oil remained in the pan after supposedly draining the oil for an oil change. Alright, that's the majority of it. There's, of course, we could sit here half the day waiting for it all to drip out, but that's the majority of it. So there. Almost the entire peanut butter jar's worth. What is this? 2 cup? I don't know. What did they mark out here? Yeah, 1 cup, 2 cups, so half a quart. Just about half a quart of oil left in the pan because of this dip right here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get out of the shadows here. But the dip right here. Why they do that, who knows? But you got your drain plug right here. Big dip, and then it dips right down here also. So you got a little bit trapped here. This is up, I'll say a good ½ inch to an inch, about an inch above the bottom of the pan. Plus you got this other dip in here that's even deeper than that. So There you go. That's how much is left in the pan when you change your oil. Now, let me get you up here where I can talk to you. Now, oh, the shadow light. Now, with that said, there's a debate. Of course, obviously, I'm swapping mine out, my pan, for the PPE Deep Pan that has got the flat bottom compared to, you're not going to see, compared to the stock pan. So, again, like I said, with good, bad, or indifferent, 10 quarts of oil in the diesel, half a quart does not come out. You're diluted enough, you put a brand new filter on there, you've got enough, it's not going to make a difference. I don't want to say I fell for the sales gimmick. It's something neat. I like taking care of my truck and doing stuff to it. It's something different to do and whatnot. Adds an extra quart of oil capacity because it takes that dip out. Well, supposedly a quart. I don't know how much deeper that pan. Actually, we can do that here before we set it up to see the difference in height. But yeah, half a quart. So you're putting 9.5, 10 quarts back into a 10 quart sump. You left half a quart in there. It's diluted out with a brand new filter to filter, collect all those particles that got left behind. The one good thing though about too, I suppose, would be all that sludge that sits in the bottom of the pan that would collect that, everything go to the low point. Sludge, well, they're not much sludge, but you know, it's really not bad at all. Of course, I keep my oil clean and use a good oil. But so there's not really much, pretty slick in the bottom here. But anyway, good, bad, or indifferent. If you don't, you know, that'd be about the only good spot I see. Good thing I see is you don't have those sediments collecting in the bottom of the pan. Everything in this one being a flat bottom will run out. There will be no sediment collecting in the bottom of the pan at all. So I'm going to go ahead and swap. It's pretty straightforward. Got your oil level sensor for a low oil light in case you got problems and forget to fill or something got a leak. Anyway, oil sensor, low oil, that pops out. We'll go in the new one. 2 bolts and a clip. I'm not going to show you that. That's straightforward. And we'll move on. Okay, pan is finally ready to go back up. I got the surface clean. Still got a little bit of oil dripping, running from down, but the surface is all clean. There was 2 studs, stud here and a stud over here right by the brake or the transmission lines. PPE says to remove those studs. They give you bolts to replace it. But watched a video the other day, another company, and they said leave the studs in. I went ahead and removed them. I used the Right Stuff gasket maker. I've used this stuff before on the my rear differential cover. Works real good, no leaks. So that's what I used. And we are ready to put this pan back up. Get it wiggled in here anyway. Surprisingly went up better, easier than it came out. Alright, we'll go ahead and run these down lightly. And then supposed to torque to 10 inch-pounds. I'll just use this to run this down, and then we'll go back through and torque. Okay, we got her installed. Sensor plug is plugged in. I checked the tightness on this. This guy's tight, so we don't have to worry when we get up top. Dump oil in, he's good and tight. I also put a couple pieces of rubber hose on the transmission lines here. Prevent them from rubbing both on themselves, because that is a problem. Luckily mine look pretty good, but keep them from rubbing on themselves, and of course on our nice pretty new PPE pan. So there you go, that guy's installed. I'll go ahead and throw the cross member back up here, and then we'll go up top and fill her up. Alright, well there we go. I know I kind of jumped around a little bit on the video. Once you get rolling on stuff, you know, and it's giving you fits, you just kind of want to get it done. So that's kind of the way it went, but I tried to catch you up and show you a few things along the way. Pretty straightforward all in all. about 2.5 hours I suppose to get her done. Not bad. Hardest part was getting some of the bolts broke loose, and you know, for the cross member, or getting the studs out for the oil pan there that they wanted you to remove, and that sort. So that's what not really took the longest, but that's what caused hiccups and, you know, the typical wanting to get it done, wondering how long it's going to take. But yeah, actually let me see if we can't get you down here and check it out. Alright, there it is. Clears the cross member. Of course, now that's going to hit it. Clears it by a ½ inch or so, but still clears it just fine. No leaks so far. I just checked after I got done off the ramps. Checked the layer set for a bit. Checked the oil level, and we're full. So good there. Just hoping the what I use, the right stuff I used on the for the gasket around there. Like I said, I used that right stuff on my rear diff about 6 years ago, rear diff cover, and it has held up, so I figured it's good enough for this oil pan too. I hope. We shall see. But yeah, so here, there you go. One PPE deep oil pan on. Showed you the about two cups worth of oil, ½ a quart worth of oil came out that gets trapped in the stock pan. This one here being flat bottom, every bit of oil will drain out. So I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. Of course, PPE website has all the information on the pan itself. And yeah, if you got any other questions, anything about AMSOIL, that sort, 360plusoil.com for my website on that. Otherwise, see y'all later. Have a good one.